Thongs and Octopus, skilled but down on their luck thieves, break into a hospital safe, stealing money and cancer medication. As they make their escape, chaos erupts. Max, the ex-boyfriend of Mrs. Lee, kidnaps the newborn baby of the wealthy Lee family. The hospital's security team, initially chasing the thieves, redirects their attention to Max. A high-octane chase ensues, culminating on an escalator. In a desperate struggle, Max falls over the side, plummeting to his death. Miraculously, the baby falls but is caught by Thongs, who along with Octopus uses the distraction to flee in their associate landlord's minivan. Months later, the landlord discovers his flat has been burglarized, leaving him penniless. Desperate, he receives a call from Uncle Seven, a shady middleman, offering him a lucrative but dangerous job: kidnap the Lee family's baby for a triad boss claiming the child as his grandson. Enticed by the HK $7 million reward, Thongs and Octopus accept without knowing the true nature of the job. They learn the shocking truth only after the landlord has already snatched the baby from the Lee mansion. Initially horrified at the idea of kidnapping an infant, Thongs tries to return the baby, but the landlord persuades him to continue, claiming his financial ruin depends on this one score. On the way to the handover point, their van is stopped at a police roadblock. The landlord attempts a daring escape, but crashes down a hill. With the police closing in, he orders Thongs and Octopus to flee with the baby. As the landlord is arrested for reckless driving, he hears on the news about the baby's high value and, eager for a bigger payday, calls Thongs to delay handing over the child. Over the next few days, Thongs and Octopus unexpectedly bond with the baby as they hide from both the police and the triads. Thongs begins to rethink his gambling addiction, while Octopus is filled with guilt over his infidelity, realizing his wife Pak Yin is pregnant with their child. The baby softens their criminal hearts, and they start to question their lives of crime. Meanwhile, the triad boss grows impatient and enraged over the non-delivery of his supposed grandson. He sends his men to retrieve the baby from Thong's hideout. Both the triads and the police, led by determined Inspector Mock, close in on the two thieves, forcing Thongs and Octopus to go on the run with the baby. Shortly after the landlord is released from custody, he's brought to the triad boss, who increases the reward to $30 million. The landlord reconnects with Thongs and Octopus at a hospital, where the baby is being treated for a high fever. Despite the triad's escalating offer, Thongs and Octopus are more concerned about the baby's welfare. However, under pressure, they reluctantly agree to deliver the child to the triad boss. At the triad boss's mansion, they hand over the baby. As they walk away, they hear the child crying out in pain as blood is drawn from his arm. Flashbacks of their time with the baby flood Thongs and Octopus with emotion. Overcome with guilt, they launch an all-out assault on the mansion, fighting their way through the triad boss's private amusement park in a bid to rescue the child. The landlord takes the opportunity to flee with the money. Just as Thongs and Octopus are about to escape with the baby, the triads capture them and threaten to kill Octopus unless they surrender. Thongs gives in, and the pair are taken to the triad boss. Insisting the baby is his grandson, the boss orders a final blood test. The test results reveal the shocking truth: the baby is not the triad boss's grandson. Furious, the boss orders the baby to be placed in a freezing room, intending for the child to die beside Max's frozen corpse. Thongs and Octopus, locked inside with two triad minions, fight desperately to save the baby, but it seems hopeless. Just as they are about to succumb to the cold, Inspector Mock and the landlord arrive. The landlord, in a rare act of bravery, cracks the lock to free them. In a frantic race against time, Thongs and Octopus rush the unconscious baby to the garage. With no other options, Thongs creates a makeshift defibrillator using the car battery from a luxury Pagani Zonda, risking his own life by holding the crocodile clips with his bare hands. Despite his efforts, the baby appears lifeless. Devastated, they watch as the ambulance takes the child away. Thongs, Octopus, and the landlord are arrested for kidnapping. While in prison, they participate in a mock execution demonstration, using the opportunity to express heartfelt apologies to their loved ones. Afterward, Inspector Mock informs them that due to their role in saving the baby, their sentences have been reduced. Upon their release, the three men are invited by the Lee family to meet the baby, now healthy and safe with his parents. In a surprising turn, the Lees offer Thongs, Octopus, and the Landlord jobs as the family's bodyguard, chauffeur, and head of security, giving them a chance to start fresh and leave their criminal pasts behind. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this recap, don't forget to like and subscribe for more cinematic deep dives.